week. Aren't you excited? I am. Hold on one second. No thank you. Can I have one butter biscuit, grape jelly, and a simply orange juice? Just some grape jelly. Thank you. Here it is. What to say? Because I will be pulling out of this I will be pulling out this thing on a drive-through. But anyway, it's Monday, and turn this off. Maybe y'all can't hear me. Monday, and I'm hoping it's a good week, a great week. It's raining, so I don't know if I ever told y'all, but I had a car wreck. I think I had 2 wrecks in my life, 2 car accidents. They both were, well, the first one was when I was driving my Lexus, and I ain't gonna be lying. Hold on. Hey, good morning. Sorry. Thank you so much. Thank you too. Alright, so the first one was, I don't know how old I was. I was pretty young. I don't even know if I was I was probably like 20 or something. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, about 19 and 20, because I had a Lexus, my first car, so it was not my first car, because I had a car that I was driving when I was getting my permit and stuff like that, but like, my first car I ever bought myself, put it that way, because my mom had got a car in her name, and I was making the payments and all that. It was, yeah. Anyway, it was a Lexus, just like my mom had a gold one, and I had the black one. And, you know, I'm just driving and chilling, and I'm with somebody. Who was I driving with? I can't remember who was riding with me. But anyway, I had music all blasting and stuff, and I was driving uptown Shelby, and I saw my brother, like, on the side, like, over on this side over here. And I'm like, oh, that's my brother. And I'm looking at him and waving at him and his, you know, friends and stuff. And they say, I know I would smash into the back of somebody, this old couple's truck. And they got out, and I'm like worried, like, oh my God, they about to, oh Lord. They get out and they come running to my window, like, are you okay? Are you okay? Like, all worried and stuff. And they look at the car and like, well, if it's okay with you, if everything, because we're good, we don't see. I was like, oh yeah, that's fine. You know, obviously I didn't know the extent to what they did when they were just like dismissed it, because I didn't know any better. But I'm like grateful now, like, because that could have been really bad. So the second one, you know what? That is the same. It was the same. Oh my God. So the second one, I was in Charlotte. I was on my way to work. It was raining. That's why I don't like rain triggers me. It really does. That's why I'm going ahead and, you know, keep vlogging with y'all, keep calm. But I was on my way to work, and I was rushing as usual, trying to get to work because I had to be there by 8. And it's not like this job right here where they're very, very flexible with things. First of all, they know I drive an hour to get there, and I ain't about to be doing that, so it's just take it as a common courtesy that I do this. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. And I think they understand that too. So, anyway, so rushing to get to work, you know, had to drop my children off at daycare and all this stuff. And it was raining. I ain't gonna lie, I was looking down at my phone for a brief second, and I looked up and I see this car stopped. So I'm like, you know, pressing brakes, and the thing I know, because it was raining, I couldn't stop fast enough, and this car so I was trying to figure out why this car was stopped, first of all. smash into them. So police didn't say anything to me, but then I don't know, when I went to go get some insurance, like maybe like a year later when I'm changing insurance, they were like, oh, it was like I was at fault. But they had told me it was a no fault accident. That's what the police told me. So I was just like, really, what's up? Really? But it is what it is. But anyway, I say all that to say, I tell anybody I work with, whatever, if it's raining, just go ahead and expect me to be late, because I'm not driving fast. I drive pretty, like, probably slower when it's raining, because it's scary for me. You know, I'm like pressing on brakes and stuff, because it's that PTSD, like, for real. So my house had, so this happened in January of like 2017, I think. And then like maybe October 2016. Yep. No. What month was it? It couldn't have been October 2016, because I remember my birthday 2016. So maybe it was. Because I don't know, I think this is, I want to say my mom didn't know where I lived at the time, because that's a whole nother story. When I moved to Charlotte, my family didn't even know where I lived, because I was so estranged from them. I just didn't even, like, I was like, get y'all, whatever. Some of them hit me up on Instagram, like Facebook and stuff, but otherwise some of them was blocked. I just didn't. So they didn't know. For 2 years I lived in Charlotte, and they didn't know where I lived until like the last month or two. That's because I needed them to help me move, to be honest. And they know this, so you know, secret. But it is what it is. So yeah, we're at almost 8 minutes. So that means I have 2 minutes to show y'all other stuff for the rest of the day, which probably won't be too much because it's raining. But I'll check in with you guys shortly. I'm gonna enjoy my ride to work, and I'll see you later. Well, since I'm stuck in traffic, this is crazy. Boy. Listen. Anyway, I just thought about something, and obviously, whatever. I just thought about something. Today makes 4 months on the job. I don't know if I want to cry or like be happy. I don't know, because all I know is this year almost made a year 100% self-employed. When I say 100%, meaning every penny that I brought into my household, I earned it. It wasn't from a salary. It wasn't from, you know what I'm saying? Like, I earned it. Like, I had to see a client or a brand ambassador gig or writing, like, just different things that I did, different sources of income. It was all independently made and earned. Versus, you know, a job for me, it's like a salary. You know, it's just whatever they feel like they can pay you, that's what they pay you. So yeah, 4 months on the job today, and I'm just thinking, had I been more patient, I could have still been self-employed, 100% self-employed as a boss for myself under my business. So like I said, I don't know if I want to cry or be happy and grateful, because I am grateful for my job. You know, like I said, I'm a solo mom, so I gotta provide for my children, and you know, keep building my other streams of income and all that. But I know my life was so great. I didn't have this, you know, I didn't have to deal with this traffic. I was in Atlanta. Yeah, I do have a lot of regrets, but I can't say regret, because everything happens for a reason. And I know that God doesn't make mistakes. We might make wrong choices and we might make the wrong turn, but I know that when all this is over, this phase, I'll look back and know that there were so many lessons that I learned, because I already see them. It was meant for me to come back here, if nothing for the fact of just being around my family and being around my mom, like, because I mean, I wrote a whole book and she's part of it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could have like just dodged her for the rest of my life, but literally now I'm around her all the time. And there's no animosity. Shoot, she know it's real, she know what it was. And I mean, at first she was trying to push back on it, but it is what it is. She's accepted the reality now. This your story too, just told from my perspective. I think she's as much as a victim as I was from having to see it. She was the one experiencing it firsthand, and I just tried to explain to her. But anyway, we're good. Like, I'm grateful. I'm grateful, like I said, if nothing came from it, but just the fact that I, been able to spend time with my mom instead of that, resentment and anger and all that. I don't do well with all that. I don't even mess with all that stuff. I just dismiss you completely before I deal with all that. So yeah, 4 months on the job. So I say all that to say, if you look at my resume, if you ever saw my resume, I typically only stay at a job between 6 months to a year. I think the longest, a job, let me talk about like a salary position, the longest time I've worked with the company was like right over a year, and I'm gonna say like a year, about 13 months. But that was self-employed. That was me as an independent contractor. That was me setting my own hours. Yes, I had an office I came to, but I didn't technically have to come in every day. I just set my own hours. If I didn't have any clients, I just didn't have to come in that day. I didn't understand it then. This was when I was working in Charlotte, and I didn't really understand how I could have structured my life. I thought, let me see as many clients, let me come in 5 days a week, let me be there all day. And I think they were trying to shift to that anyway. So of course they weren't telling me like, Shamanda, you don't have to be here, because I'm there even if clients cancel and I don't really have but like 2 people. I could have shifted it, let me move them to tomorrow or something. I wasn't thinking like that. I made good money, and I definitely didn't make as much as I made in Atlanta. But I'm just thinking, like, if I had known, I wouldn't have struggled as much as I did financially. Which I wasn't struggling as much as I was before I moved to Charlotte, obviously. But I definitely would have made more money, and I could have made the kind of money I made in Atlanta here in Charlotte. But like I said, that was the longest. Everything else, as far as regular jobs, has only been 6 months to a year. Like, probably less than a year. I don't even think I've ever stayed at a job for a full year. Let me see. Maybe one. Maybe the last one I was at when I was here in Charlotte. So, 4 months. All I'm saying, you do the math. Something happens around that point, and it's just like, I'm okay, I've mastered everything, I'm good now, what next? I don't think I'm at that same stage in my life anymore, because I'm older, obviously. I'm 30 plus years old. And at that point, I was in my 20s, and I had different things I wanted, and I don't regret none of it. That's why I told, when I did this interview for this job, I told them, you see my resume, I don't regret any of it. I don't apologize for any of it. If I had to do it all over again, I'd do the same thing all over again, because first of all, you got people who've been working there or any other company for 20, 30 years. That's all they know. That's all they've ever done. Me, listen, I've done everything under the sun. The only thing I hadn't done, which is what I did in Atlanta, was the in-home type stuff where you go to their people's houses, your clients' houses, to see them. That was the only thing I hadn't done. And then like this acting type stuff, which is still going to their house, but it's like very intensive. I could do that. I mean, it is what it is. I've done everything. That's why it's easy for me to get interviews and jobs. The only thing they're concerned about is if I'm going to stay. And at the end of the day, I'm an entrepreneur at heart, so it is what it is. But all I know is today makes 4 months, and I don't know. We'll see. I'm just making the most out of it. Let's see what happens. Alright, guys, I'll see you later.